What if your life was an invitation and everything wasn't just happening to you, but through you? When you start to believe in the magic of you, you become it. This is your invitation to heal and rise above into the fullest expression of you. This is the Liz Svatek Show, and your transformation starts now. Let's begin.
Most women that come to me looking for business advice, I tell them there is no external success without internal success. You start a business and then suddenly all the fear, all the mindset trash, the mind trash comes for you, right? So this is the most important thing that you can do in your business. Ask yourself this: are you running your business from a trauma response? Hi, I'm Liz Svatek, and I am the coach for women over 40 who want to reinvent and claim a legacy. I'm a rapid transformational therapist and a coach. So let me ask you something no business coach is asking. Are you actually running your business from strategy or from trauma? Because here's the truth. Most of us think we're being productive and driven or customer focused. But underneath, what we're actually doing is reliving our trauma responses: fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. And the problem is you can build a business that way. You can even make money that way. You can have success, but you can't live that way. You can't build a life that way. Eventually, it will burn you out and leave you feeling like your business owns you instead of you owning it. And I know because it happened to me. I had a business that was booming. I made 6 figures in the first year of my mastermind business. And then something interesting happened. I hired a business coach, and she gave me all these incredible ideas. Ideas like hiring more people, producing a whole funnel where I had to really be visible and be on camera. And instead of embracing all these amazing ideas she gave me, I froze. I paid this woman a lot of money to help me, and I could not do any of the things she asked me to do. I was frozen in fear. I literally avoided her calls. I avoided everything that she asked me to do. I missed every deadline, and I shamed myself for that, not knowing that I was running my business from a trauma response, from the freeze response. Here's the thing. Trauma is not just some big catastrophic event. Trauma is what happens when your nervous system has to adapt to survive. If you grew up feeling like you had to be perfect, or that your worth was tied to what you made or produced, or that your job was to keep the peace in your family, your body remembers. And now you're carrying those exact responses into your business. Only instead of protecting you from your parents or teachers or your early wounds, it's actually protecting you and preventing you from your growth, expansion, and taking risks. Which means that your nervous system is running your business, not your soul. And that is not going to work. Your nervous system is just craving safety. And so if your business is being run by your nervous system, then you're only taking the safe steps. Let's talk about what it looks like. The 5 signs that you are running your business from a trauma response. Let's first take fight, which is basically hustle on overdrive. Let me tell you what fight response looks like in your business. It means you're always grinding, you're hustling, your calendar is packed, there's no breaks for you. You're responding to emails immediately and until midnight. You're creating 5 offers at once. People look at you and think, wow, she's so driven, she's so incredible, she's unstoppable. But inside, you feel horrible. You feel like you can never do enough, that you have to kind of keep that train going, and worse, you're exhausted, burnt out. This is not a strategy, it's survival. That's your nervous system in fight mode, trying to prove your worth through productivity. And here is the truth. Fight mode might get you some quick wins, but it also makes you resent your business, resent your clients, resent working, because no matter what you accomplish, you'll never feel safe enough to rest. And rest is a money-making activity. Now let's talk about what flight looks like in your business. If you know that flight is actually running your business. Flight looks like avoidance, disguised as productivity. Flight is sneaky. It looks like you're busy, but really you're running, and you're running from fear. Instead of raising your rates, you decide your logo needs another redesign and your website needs an update. Instead of pitching yourself, you research for 3 weeks, missing the opportunity. Instead of recording the podcast, you organize your closet. It's not laziness. It's fear dressed up as distraction and busyness. Your nervous system is convinced if I avoid the things that feel risky, I'll be safe. But safe doesn't grow a business. It just keeps you spinning and shaming yourself. Now let's look at what freeze might look like if it was running your business. Well, freeze is perfectionism and paralysis. This one is brutal. This is what I had. This freeze shows up when you feel overwhelmed, and instead of moving you forward, it shuts everything down. You spend hours tweaking your website, editing a caption until your eyes bleed, or just staring at your to-do list like it's written in a foreign language. And you tell yourself, I'll start when I feel more ready. I'll start when it feels perfect, but perfect never comes. Freeze robs you of something that is really pure gold in business, which is momentum. And the irony, you're not stuck because you're unmotivated. You're stuck because your nervous system thinks it's protecting you from danger. The danger of being seen, the danger of failing, and the danger of succeeding. Fear of success is real as fear of failure. Now let's talk about what Fawn might look like if it was running your business, the Fawn response. Well, it might look like people-pleasing in every part of your business. The people-pleasing trap, right? You say yes to every request. You over-deliver until you're exhausted. You pull in the wrong clients that are very needy and always asking for things. You undercharge because you don't want anyone to think that you're greedy. You tell yourself, this is customer service, but it's not. It's survival. It's your nervous system saying, if I make everyone else happy, maybe I'll finally be safe. Maybe I'll finally be loved. But here's the truth. When you run your business from fawn mode, you build resentment. You lose your power, and your business ends up owning you. Here's another way that trauma could be running your business, and this one is kind of a combination of all of them, and it's the most common. Your worth is tied to your results. You ride the roller coaster. When sales are good, you feel amazing. When they slow down, you feel worthless. That is not business. That's trauma. That's your nervous system attaching your identity to outcomes. And let me tell you from personal experience, it's exhausting because external results will never heal internal wounds. You can hit 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever you want, doesn't matter. But if you haven't healed the little girl or little boy inside of you, you'll still feel like a fraud. So let me ask you again, when you look at these, are you running your business from trauma or from your soul? Because here's the shift. Trauma responses aren't who you are. They're what you learn just to survive. The fight response, it's just the little girl or boy in you that thought they had to prove themselves to be loved. The flight response, that's the girl or boy who thought avoiding conflict was safer than being seen. The freeze response, that's the little girl or little boy who learned it isn't safe to act unless I'm perfect. And the fawn response, that's the little girl or boy who thought pleasing everyone was the only way to belong. When you heal that little girl or little boy inside, when you finally give that person, that little person inside of you, what they've always needed, your business transforms. You stop running it from survival and start building it from sovereignty, from legacy, or from my case, warrior woman energy. So here's what I know. Your business should not be built on your trauma. It should be built on your truth. When you heal, that warrior will show up and run the business. And she doesn't hustle for worth, hide from risk, freeze in fear, or bend over backwards to please. She leads. She expands. She builds a business that not only succeeds, but feels good. So if you see yourself in these patterns, take it as an invitation, not to shame yourself, but to choose healing, to choose truth. Because the world doesn't need more burned out people. It needs healed people leading from their power. Remember, that's the tagline from my book, Finding Your Diamonds. Heal the girl, and the warrior appears. Your business will thank you, and so will your soul. Hit subscribe and leave me a comment.